Hi there, I'm Jay and welcome to my channel. Watercolor paper is more than just a surface. It's a vital tool that shapes the outcome of a watercolor painting. Choosing the right type of watercolor paper can greatly influence textures, absorbency, and overall control. With so many types and brands out there, choosing the right one can feel a little overwhelming. So in today's video, I'm sharing how I usually choose watercolor paper depending on the project I'm working on. Watercolor paper mainly differs in three ways: surface texture, paper weight, and composition. First up, surface texture. One of the most common types of paper is the hot press paper. This paper is smooth with a fine-grained surface. I find that it's perfect when I'm working with ink and watercolor, especially with a dip pen because the nib slides smoothly without catching or spattering. The downside is that it dries faster than the other two types of paper, which can lead to unwanted hard edges if I'm not quick with my washes. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but I just have to factor that into the effects I want to create with the painting. Next is cold press paper. This is my usual go-to paper for most watercolor paintings. It has a subtle texture that holds pigment well but still let me do detail work or pen lines. If I'm out of hot press paper or not have one on hand, I will use this for ink and wash painting too. And lastly, rough paper. Rough paper is kind of like cold pressed paper but with more pronounced texture. It is fantastic when I want expressive brush marks, lots of different textures, or strong granulation for the painting that I had in mind. This is a painting I've done on rough paper, and as you can see here, the dry brush effect, which have given me the sparkling effects on the rooftops and waves on the water surface. Next up is paper weight. You will often see it labeled in pounds or gram per square meter, like 90 pounds, 140 pounds, or 300 grams per square meter, or 300 pounds or 600 grams per square meter. Eventually, I figured out that the higher the weight, the thicker and sturdier the paper. The 140 pound or 300 GSM paper is what I use the most, and I would not go lower than that for watercolor painting because the lighter weight papers are prone to warp badly. This paper is affordable and handle wet washes pretty well. Now let's talk about what the paper is made of. This really affects absorbency and workability. First, there is the 100% cotton paper, and this is what I used most often. Cotton is more absorbent and allows more time to work on your washes. I especially appreciate how it stays damp just long enough for soft transitions and to modify my first wash until I'm happy with it before letting it dry. The second type of paper is cellulose, or a mix of cotton and cellulose paper. These papers are more affordable, but they often dry slightly faster and don't always lift paint as cleanly, though that can always vary depending on the brand. I like using them for quick studies or when I'm experimenting with different color palettes. They are also great to make travel sketchbooks with, since the faster drying time makes them ideal for quick watercolor sketches on location. One last thing, brands matter. Even if two papers are both labeled cold pressed but from different brands, their textures and absorbency can still vary. Some brands have papers with a smoother texture while others can be more toothy. I think it's worth asking your local art stores if they have samples of the paper you want to use before committing to a full block or pad. Recently, I picked up a Fabriano Artistico sample pack from my local art stores, which contains various types of papers offered by the company so that I can try out and see which one I prefer. And honestly, don't be afraid to experiment. You might find a surprising new favorite. I hope you find this video helpful in determining the types of paper you will need for your painting projects. Let me know in the comments what watercolor paper you use or if there is a brand you think I should try. Thank you for watching today. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more watercolor tips, and I will see you in the next video.